So do you think now with the safeties, are you going to be playing them mostly in the zone, or are you going to have them in slot receivers?
Yeah, we play pretty aggressive in the secondary, so we'll have them in man, the safeties, we'll have them in zone, we'll have the safeties going, we'll have the corners covering, we'll have the corners going, the safeties covering sometimes, we'll have all of them covering, linebackers going. So we mix it up pretty much.
You guys were pretty thin at quarter and safety when you came in. How did you guys feel like you ended up with this recruiting class?
I feel like we ended up very good, in good shape with this recruiting class. We got some guys, you're talking about the whole entire recruiting class? Yeah, we did a great job in the whole entire recruiting class, and we got some guys that can come in right away and help us out.
With JoJo hurt going into the spring, what are you expecting from guys coming in? Well, some of them not to the fall, but guys like C.J. Smith, Cam Jones, other freshmen coming in ready to contribute defensive back.
Yeah, I'm expecting those guys to come in and fly around with a purpose. Just fly around with a purpose. We don't have starters. I don't have a starter in the defensive back room. Everybody is a potential starter. All right, so it's a whole bunch of sharks in the water. Breon Dixon, he's in the other room before. He's not with me in my room, but what I do see from him is he's been in there watching a lot of film. He comes in there and meet with me sometimes and learn stuff from as defensive backs, so he can see it a different way. And he's over in the linebackers room with Barrett. With Coach DeWitt, I'm sorry.
Experiment with guys? Will you move guys that usually play safety, see what they can do at corner this spring, or what's, how do you?
Yeah, and then also the spring we might move some guys. We might move some guys from safety to linebacker. At UCF, we moved Shaquem Griffin. He was a safety. I coached him, and then we moved him over when Coach Frost got there. We moved him over to outside linebacker, Coach DeWitt. So the same thing. If we see some guys that can help us out in other positions, we'll move them there. If we see some guys that are better fit in other positions, we're introducing them.
What was coaching Shaquem like?
It was fun coaching Shaquem. Great attitude, great kid.
What that style of play, just that aggressiveness, the hitting. I mean, is that how you've always played as long as you can remember?
Yeah.
Or was there an influence or coach or someone that kind of?
When I first started playing, I started playing on the offense side of the ball, so I was speed and finesse. And then when I moved on the defense side of the ball, I basically had a choice to make. And my choice was I can trade that finesse in and be physical and keep the speed, or I can go back and play offense. So that was my deal. And I just chose to be physical. I had no choice. I had this 24-hour rule. So either you make your mind up, you got 24 hours to make it. So you go home and come back in, and either you want to throw it around or you don't.
Within this scheme, with the outside linebackers, what do you expect from them in coverage, especially those hybrid type guys like Breon and others?
Repeat that?
Within this scheme, sort of aggressive, and you got one outside linebacker dropping back in coverage a lot of the time. What do you expect in coverage from those guys that are sort of safety outside linebacker hybrids?
What am I expecting them to do? Cover. If they're covering. If they're going, I'm expecting them to go. But, we mix it up so much and we coach it over and over and over and over again. We really shouldn't have a problem with those guys. Those guys are really just safeties, really, to be honest with you. Those guys are safeties and, maybe a bigger body safety, but they can still run like a safety. And be honest with you, what I'm doing is I like to cross-train guys. So in the spring, you'll see some safeties playing corner. You'll see some corners playing safety in the spring. I kind of introduced that yesterday to the guys. So in the spring, I'm going to put some guys that are not used to tackling in tackling positions. So I put those guys at safety in the spring. And then I put some safeties that are not used to covering. I put them out there number one and teach them how to cover in the spring. So I got guys that can move around. You don't know who's coming. Guys not afraid to cover when they got to cover. I don't have the boundary safety, strong safety, free safety. I don't have that. I just got safeties. I just got corners. So you never know who's going. I don't have a boundary guy. So you can't really game plan on my boundary. You know, corner's gonna always come. Well, I don't have a boundary corner. So I cross train. You'll see that in the spring.
On the flip side of that coin, what do you like to do with your safeties, especially in run support?
In run support?
Yeah, what sort of things do you like to do with those?
Well, in their run support, basically they just fit in whatever gap they got. So if it's any type of striking position where they got to be there and they got to be the one to strike, then I want them to strike. I want them to be a linebacker, and I want them to strike. And if it's any type of situation where they need to contain, be the second fit to the ball, the spiller guy, the same thing. I just want them to do the job, you know. So, you know, I'm not big on guys just going out, just trying to hit guys above the head. Definitely not big on that. You know, I want to keep guys fresh. I want to keep guys being able to play football and keep them fresh. And especially with the targeting rule, we want to limit penalties and stuff like that. But I'm more of a guy. I'm more of a coach that I really want to be where I'm supposed to be and do it right, more than I want to just go strike people and just doing everything wrong and just wild and striking people. You know?
From a recruiting standpoint, as far as corners, do you prefer guys that are bigger than the range or speed corners?
Well, no. I prefer guys. You can be 5'10". You can be 5'10". I prefer guys who can run at the corner position. I don't want these tall corners that can't run. You know, it won't help me. So I really want guys that can run. They can be 6 foot, 6'1", just can run, just be able to run. Really like track guys. So right now, I'm looking at a lot of track guys right now, guys that can run track. Kind of like what Nebraska's kind of used to. I know I played with a couple guys that played for Nebraska in the NFL, and they can run. I played with Dewan Gross and those guys. He was really small, but he can run. Daniel Bullocks, also I played with him. He can run.
What do you recall about your first interaction with Scott Frost during that time? You know, you had been on the staff, and then how'd that work out?
How did it work out with me being on the staff?
Yeah, well, that first conversation you had with him where he retained you on the staff.
Well, that first conversation was more like a, all right, nice to meet you, kind of peace out conversation, you know. But it ended up, not working that way, you know. So I stayed, and a lot of coaches on that staff. Before the season was over, it was over for them, you know. And then I was one of the coaches on staff that, until someone told me my last day is right now, my last minute was right now, I was gonna still be working. And so I think that's what happened with Frost and why he chose to keep me on staff and stuff like that. So,
Coach Beckton was saying over there with that team in 2015, they maybe lost a little passion, and you had to kind of get it back for football. This is a Nebraska team that went 4-8 last year.
Yeah, same thing.
What's the key to getting that, going again?
When we start football practice here Friday, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be probably what they used to when they were young. I know when I watched it, my first practice, I was like, damn, I want to play again, you know. I want to play again as a coach. I want to be a part of that because it's fun. And so even though it looks a little chaos, it's fun. Once you begin, and that's what we did at UCF, we didn't go recruit, have 3 different recruiting classes. That's the same guys. Most of those guys are the same guys that went 0-12. All right, those guys just pretty much shut it down. You know, they didn't like football anymore. They didn't like coming over here to come work out. They didn't like watching film. And that's kind of what I see from this group. Probably not as bad because I don't know them all right now. But I do see that from this group. I do see guys that don't seem like they really like football too much. And probably why they went 4-8. You know, I really think that's got a lot to do with it. When practice starts, practice will be fun for these guys. Practice be some competition periods in practice that's they'll go for an hour and a half, and don't even think they've been going for over 15 minutes. That's when you really got it going. When the guys are flying around for an hour and they want to keep going. Like you blow the whistle, they say, "No, coach, let's go some more." You know, and that's what we got at UCF. And all we did was make practice the environment of practice. That's all we did. And then the kids just jumped in the boat. You know, so we're gonna have the same enthusiasm, the same deal going on here Friday in practice. So hopefully these kids will just start looking at this thing like it's not punishment, bro. This is fun. This is why we chose to play football. This is why we came to college. You know.
You said some guys maybe it wasn't fun for them. I mean, were you seeing that in their body language or just conversations you had with them?
Yeah, body language. Yeah, body language and just not looking like they want to be there and just body language and you can tell the guys that want to do it right because they show up to class. Like they wake up in the morning, they first thing they do is looking at the schedule. They want to make sure they hit everything. They want to make sure they're at every place they're supposed to be on time, so that they're able to play football with no problem. They're able to come over and without coach saying, "Get out." They want to be on the field. And so they're willing to do everything right. And this team needs to be like that. That's the difference.
From what you've seen with strength and conditioning, is that bleeding over into that too? Are they having more fun with the competition in the weight room?
Yep, they've been doing that. They've been doing a wonderful job in there at Coach Duval. And to be honest with you, I saw some turnover in some guys' body already. I know in my group I have, but that being competitive part, right now, totally got it. Right now, some of them still looking at that deal like it's punishment. It's not. It's punishment. It's tough. So tough equals punishment. That's not what it's all about. Tough equals championships. That's what tough equals championships. And they don't understand it right now. But eventually, I had that conversation yesterday. Guys, this needs to be competition. Look at it like competition, not punishment. So.
I've seen some guys going on Twitter and talking about their maxes in the weight room and things like that. It's just seeming like they're excited about it.
Yeah, it's coming.
And we've seen that.
Yeah, it's coming. It's not going to be like this day. It's not going to take a month. We only been here so long. It's not going to be a month. It's not. I don't know how long it's going to take. To be honest with you, but it seemed like it didn't take no time at UCF, but it did. We won 6 games that first year or whatever many games that first year. That was tough. It was tough. It was tough to win those 6 games, but the following year it finally clicked. So if it takes that long here, it takes that long. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I know as coaches we're dedicated to every day we're here. We're trying to give these kids every opportunity they possibly can to go out and win one.